Alright guys, I'm out here working on the Monster air compressor, and I got this cylinder head back off, and I made these two things out of a 1-inch bolt. I cut the threads off of them, drilled a hole, and now I'm getting ready to JB weld / press this one in. This is for the intake side, so it's got a bigger hole, and there's going to be a smaller hole on the compression side. And this is really just to give the thing a little bit more compression and fill up some of that space inside of the cylinder head. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these in. Alright, so I got it running. I put everything back together because I had the fuel tank off, and I tested it with a compression tester like for an engine, and it read 100 psi, which is better than 80, and that's with no flow. So of course with flow we're going to get better pressure because it's flowing, and the check valves only work with flow. So basically I need to get a pipe that's either this size, the bigger, and go straight into the check valve and then go somewhere, or get this size pipe to save a little money. But either way, it's going to be better than the air going straight into this, because as you know, this is like a 200cc engine, 170cc engine, and it's pushing a lot of air when it's turning at 2000 RPM. So we need to be able to kind of get that air to even out. Like it's almost like a capacitor but for air, so that way it's a smoother flow, and then we can put it into a tank, and then we can put it into that 1/4-inch fitting like on like an air tool, and then it'll be better. It'll be able to flow through that. You know, I'm pretty sure this thing exceeds the amount of flow for a 1/4-inch fitting alone, probably at like 50 psi, but of course at 100 it's probably going to be a little bit under that amount of flow because that's a lot of air. But yeah, it's still going to be better than the old Harbor Freight in here. So I'm going to go ahead and drive to the store and probably get a pipe for it. Alright, here's the pipe. I picked it up for about 12 bucks. I was going to make it complicated, but I realized I only needed to use these to convert it down to the tank, which I don't know the tank fitting, so I just bought two, and I have the availability to put this in there, and I can use 1 or 2 of those depending on what size it is. Alright, I got all that put on there. Now we're going to go ahead and fire it up and see how much pressure it builds. And it looks like I just completely burnt out a check valve. So as far as this project goes, I think that the check valves are not going to be sufficient because they have rubber seals in them, and the temperatures of them are getting over 300 degrees because of the compressed air. So basically it was building about 70 psi, and then it stopped because the rubber seal had already failed at that point. I saw part of it coming apart, but then I think it just all, came out. And then the other thing is I saw a lot of oil coming out of here, which makes me think that the piston ring is broken or something, so that's not good. And there you have it. Focus. See how that little plate in there is off? That's the check valve, and it's toast. So check valves on a really heated surface, no.